the thing that I see so much of is people who are, their life is up in the air, sort of, or like they don't have a direction, or they don't have a vision or something. Like and I know this myself because I've been like this at points in my life, specifically when I was like in my early 20s, like being, having like poor me syndrome, where you're like, I should be on MTV, I should be that guy, I should be famous right now, this is fucked, my art is so much better, why isn't my art the best? Like that type of mentality. And I hope to steer people away from that, because it's a dead end, and there's like pleasure in feeling battered, or like when you're a victim, like it feels good to like stew in your own embitterment, and especially if you're creating, like if you're making something, like if you're like, there's a lot on Instagram, I get people follow me and their names have 666 in it, and then you click on it and it's like some fucking cutter, like with long hair, like long dark hair, who's like all dressed in black, and not even dressed in black. It's not like gothic. It's like an ironic 666, and I just block these people right away. But there's definitely, like, you know how some people are rageaholics? Like,
yeah.
You can get addicted. You can get physically addicted to the sense of rage, and like it feels good to break shit and like be in that state. Like, oh my god, I'll fucking bust down the door if you say that again to me. Oh shit! Auto engine off feature. I'm gonna, if she says that one more time, I'm gonna break down the door. But what I'm aiming to do is just to steer people away from that, because it's like it's not even a dead end, because if it was a dead end, you could come back from it. It's like, to use my favorite Star Wars universe analogy, it's like the dark side of the Force. Like there's no coming back from when you get too deep down that path. And the other thing is, like, doing anything is so difficult. Like doing, even putting together a podcast is like very difficult. Putting together a good one, very difficult. Assembling guests, difficult. Making comedy, making videos is pretty difficult. And then when you add on top of that, like you go up 10 orders of magnitude, when you go from Bitcoin to Ethereum and then to Chainlink, to where you're trying to do more than just be a value transfer protocol, you're trying to be a world computer, and then on top of that, you're trying to be a decentralized oracle for inputs and outputs to major companies. It's like, the next step up from that is using it to make money, and using something creative or using something like that to make money is fucking at least 10 times harder than doing it in the first place. And it's like, you get kicked in the nuts so many times, no matter what it is that you're doing. If you're not a wage slave, or if you're not like on welfare, if you're actually out in the world trying to do something, it's like an endless series of nut kicks. And in order to bear that, you have to have an optimism that is a little gay, and a little bit woo-woo, like yoga. Like, hey man, just look at the bright side, man. Like, it's very, like, I realize I'm telling you to eat mushrooms right now. But I think that's like a requirement of like survival.